I'm back, and I've had a little problem with my computer. I had a virus, and I know how to fix it. So, getting back on it, I haven't been asked to do a debate yet. So, I decided that I'm going to do a debate right now. And I'm going to debate myself. And maybe people who are running against me can respond to these themselves. Let's talk about the tax cuts. I'm thinking it's kind of crappy for these people who live in trailers to have a tax cut. They're already paying, I don't know, let's skip that. Let's skip it. Let's talk about abortion. Now, abortion, no, let's not do that. Afghanistan. The war has been over for a long time, and those boys over there partying and having a good time. Now it's time to bring them home. I don't even know how many's over there. Like 4 million people still in that country. And they need to come home. Alright, next thing we're going to talk about is the budget. I've already figured out how to create and fix the deficit with the marijuana and the marriages and the teachers and stuff. Now, I think the budget will go up higher too. So I think that the 40 million Americans without jobs, if I can fix the government and make it right, we can hire the jobs back. The next problem I see is the post office. Everybody's sending emails and faxes, and no one's using the post office anymore. So what I think should happen is the government should charge 10 cents for every email that's sent out to large corporations like Walmart. I think if Walmart and the big companies like Target and the Donald Trump, if they charge those people 10 cents for every email, that should create another $6 billion a year in just emails that can keep those people over there working. Now, whenever that happens, I think the email should be automatically printed at the post office, and the post office should then mail that email in paper form to the person that it's going to. So the post office won't be going in the hole. I think that the government has all these buildings that they've either, I don't know. It's either that or they need to put a Piggly Wiggly in those post offices, or they need to put a Subway. Because that way people can go in there and eat, and maybe they're going to find a way to, create an environment that people want to go to the post office, and maybe people will stop emailing and start mailing again. Even UPS and the FedEx and the new place, the yellow place, they got such cheap prices that nobody even goes in there. Now, maybe they can lower their prices by half if, when it comes to shipping. And if that's an issue and they flying the stuff everywhere, maybe they need to do it like they did in the old days. Except without horses, basically what happens is if I mail a package to Nebraska, it leaves my post office here in Minnesota, and it goes to the post person drives it to the next town, then the next town drives it to the next town, and everybody just keeps trading that package till it gets over there. And that saves on the flight that those people doing. Now, the next thing I think that we need to discuss is the civil liberties. Now, I don't know a lot about them, but I promise if I'm in office, I'm going to learn them. So you don't worry about that. Now, Cuba, that town that's there, they depending on us, and they're taking kids over in that country, and they ain't asking us permission. And I think what we need to do is just make Cuba part of the United States, and then they'd be ours. Is Cuba close enough to be to ours? To be ours? Can we get Cuba? We can get Cuba, and I think if we get Cuba, then we could put a bridge. Do you have to drive a boat to get over there? I think that we put a bridge and we colonize Cuba. And those people that are in Cuba, we can get them on a boat and take them to Mexico and drop them off. And then we have a lot new land over there. And the people that won't want to live by our laws, is Cuba part of the United States? They're a territory, but they ain't part of the states. Does a territory mean they're going next step is be a state? I think that they're going to be a state if I'm the president. And what I'm trying to do is create more land for the people to live over in Cuba. And the one thing about Cuba is when you get over there, you probably can see China from Cuba if you're on the island. So we're creating a new, maybe we can build a bridge to that area over there. Now, the next thing I think that President Obama has done that he hadn't addressed is the Guantanamo Bay prison. Now, I think that we're going to take that prison and that prison that what do they do those prison over there? And they do those tours. It's a big prison and now you had to swim off there. Yeah, they had a prison and you had to swim off there to even get off the prison. It's a big prison over in Hawaii or something, California. It's a big prison. That's not a prison no more because somebody escaped from a prison. Anyway, I think what you should do is take that Guantanamo prison and make it a tourist spot so people want to go visit. Where is that prison, Guantanamo? It's probably over down in Florida by Cuba. Anyway, I think we can make it a tourist location and we can do a lot more when it comes to that prison than putting the people that are breaking the laws in there. Next thing, I think I'm going to take minimum wage to $14. I'm going to double the minimum wage so then all the poor people are going to vote for me. I think that if I double the minimum wage, I'll be able to make that happen because all these businesses like Walmart, they no longer going to make $700 billion a year. They're only going to make $600 billion because they had to pay their people more an hour. And I think that if people make more money an hour, they're going to spend more money in our community. I think minimum wage is too low. And I think that people, it's ridiculous whenever I live here to hear people say, well, the price to live here is more than it costs to live in New York. I think that it's going to be the same everywhere. If it's $14 an hour in New York, it's going to be $14 an hour in Paris, Texas, or Magascuga, or wherever. It's going to be the same. And if an apartment costs $700 here, it's going to cost $700 in New York. And that's going to be the end of the story. Because I should be able to live wherever I want for the same cost, and it shouldn't cost me any more. Now, let's move on to the next topic that I think a lot of the president people are doing is North Korea. I don't even know where they are. And I don't even know how far it takes them to get here. But I think that we should just, like a child, ignore them. And they go away. Same thing with China. And the stem cell research is a big thing this year. Why can't we take the stem cells out of animals? And little kitty cats and dogs and stuff? Bird. Shut up. Look at her head. She's all feathered up. My bird's ruffled over this. She ruffled over this mess. So anyway, the problem that I'm seeing right now with my campaign is y'all ain't made no signs to put out in your yard. And you hadn't told anybody. And this is an issue. You need to start spreading the word and telling people that I'm here and I'm running for president. I got the flag now. When I do my speeches, I got my new coat. It's a fancy coat. And I got a new dress shirt. I know they don't exactly match, but like it's messed up. Can't button it. Anyway, I ignore the other shirt under this shirt. This shirt didn't button all the way. I just last thing I want to talk about is Michelle Obama's $14,000 dress. At these things she's going to. It's ridiculous. So, vote for me. Spread the word. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Don't worry. Bye-bye.